So, you think you need to buy a whole heap of soft pastels to create a painting. Think again. In this video, I'm going to show you that it's possible to create a painting using a very limited palette. And I'm going to be using Schminke's starter kit. There are only 11 pastels in here, so it's a very limited choice. Let's go. Okay, so here I have my charcoal drawing on Wallace paper that's been toned with watercolor, and this is quite a bit darker and more saturated, just a bit brighter and darker than I usually start working on. But that it sort of worked out because I was working with a red pepper, so and then the red coming through the background was added some interest, as it always does. I'm applying the three values. I have three main values here, and there's the dark, which is on the left side of the pepper and its stem, and also the shadow that's cast by the pepper. And the middle value is the paper and the garlic clove that's in shadow. And the lightest value is the one garlic clove in the light and the highlights on the pepper that will come right at the end. I thought I was quite clever using a red pepper on the green background because if you notice the palette at the beginning of this video, there is a red pastel and a green pastel, but there is no purple. And as I went along, I realized this is beautiful purple glow in the shadow side of the pepper. So you'll see me going back and forth, layering red and blue and a dark blue to create the depth in that shadow on the pepper. The last video I did a yellow pepper on blue, which was a light object against a dark background. And in this case, I thought, oh, I'll use a dark object against a lighter background. And because of the limited palette that I have, I'm using a lot of white, as you can see here. And I use the white to lighten up where I need it to be lighter. And then I will go over and layer with the color that's applicable, like the yellow and the green. So the yellow to kind of warm it up, and the green because of course it was a green paper, that was the local color. And yeah, I just keep refining that. You'll notice through this video that I've had a bit of trouble with the curling paper at the top. I keep having to re-stick that down. I wasn't going to say anything, but I thought, oh, it's pretty noticeable. But I couldn't stop the video because it's very hard to edit the pieces together. And so I just, darn it, kept going. And I still think, it worked out fine. So I'm just starting to add those lovely little highlights on those peppers. I couldn't hold back anymore. I rarely clean my pastels as I'm working, but with the light pastels, when I'm putting them over the dark, I will always be picking up the dark color underneath. So and then of course using the white again or a light color again, you're reapplying a dark color, and that's not what you want. So I use a soft cotton t-shirt, an old t-shirt, to clean them. And cleaning the soft pastels is really, really easy. So it's quick. So I will do that occasionally. Just putting in lots of the last details here. Any of the pauses in this video is when I'm stepping back from the pastel, because I think it's really important to see the big picture. When you're close, you see the detail, and when you step back, you can sort of see what needs to be done, what needs to be dark and lightened, refined in shape, etc. So just putting in those last little pieces, and there's a little bit of green that's been reflected up onto that pepper from the paper, which is quite lovely. And I love the shadow under the core of the stem. And there are the 9 pastels that I used. If you enjoy this video, please like it and share it and subscribe to my channel. And feel free to leave me any feedback below. And if you want to know a little bit more about me and my work, please drop by gailsibley.com. Thanks so much for watching. Show you how you can just use a I'm going to show you in this video, I'm going to show you. So a very small choice. Limited. So you need,